Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. I'm Liz with Amazon Pay. I'll be running the webinar today. We're going to go ahead and get started. Just a little housekeeping. Feel free to ask questions in the chat window. We've got a team of experts here to help answer your questions. All right, let's get started.
Welcome to the March edition of 10 and 20, a monthly series where we cover one topic in 10 questions, points, or ideas, and we do it in 20 minutes or less. Why so short? Time is our most precious resource, and if you've got more than 20 minutes to spare, I want to know your secret. Oh, and there's one other reason. I'm a speed talker. Our goal is to share actionable ideas that you can start putting into practice today. We don't have all the answers, but the road to success always begins with making a change. So let's go. Speaking of questions, a little housekeeping. Feel free to submit your questions via the chat window at any time. Or if you're the kind of person that wants the whole story up front, we'll have time at the end. Before we dive in, just a quick reminder on what Amazon Pay is, because believe it or not, we get that question more often than you'd think. Amazon Pay is a way to buy your favorite items from shops beyond Amazon. Simply put, take your Amazon account and go shop your world without punching in credit card details, looking up addresses, or creating new accounts during checkout. You can even use Alexa to buy things and donate to your favorite charities with Amazon Pay. If you're wondering where Amazon Pay is accepted, check out this month's Curated by Pay, a special feature highlighting cool stuff and personal recommendations from shops that offer Amazon Pay. If you'd like to recommend Amazon Pay to your favorite shop, just send an email to askamazonpay@amazon.com. Now, we're on to talking about 10 and 20. This month's 10 and 20 is focused on optimizing your checkout experience for 2019. What I love about this month's topic is that improving your checkout pays dividends right away. Simple improvements can have a multiplier effect as you move through the year, small incremental changes that add up to big results. So let's talk about some numbers. The average enterprise level e-commerce site has 39 usability issues in their checkout flow. The combined e-commerce sales in the US and Europe total $738 billion. And our research shows that solving these common usability issues has the potential to deliver 35% increase in conversion rates. That translates to $260 billion worth of lost orders, which are recoverable solely through a better checkout flow and design. Wow, let's pick some low-hanging fruit, and we've got 10 tactics to get you started. So number one of 10, focus on the simplest option. As you review your store's buying experience, focus your customers' attention towards the simplest option by allowing shoppers to check out as guests. There's actually the potential for a 10 to 30% increase in conversion when account creation is optional. How many of you want to create yet another e-commerce account? Well, over a third of shoppers don't have an interest in creating such an account at checkout. And unlike many UX issues, the solution to this one is clear. Let your customers decide. So what's the quick tip? It's to enable guest checkout. And our research shows that 19% of shoppers with accounts will use guest checkout too. Why? Because passwords are hard to remember, and who wants to disrupt their shopping with a password reset process? It's a win-win, more sales and happier customers. Number 2 of 10, checkout starts here. It's about convenience. Make it easy for customers to start the checkout journey. As the path to checkout evolves from one channel to many, it's easy for shoppers to get distracted before completing a purchase. Capture customers' attention while you have it, by making sure the shopping cart is accessible from every page, so multi-device shoppers can capture their wish list and buy items later. According to a report from Monetate, shoppers tracked across multiple devices have higher purchase rates and average order values. Also, consider where and how you are offering the ability to sign in for both new and existing customers. Offer customers a shortcut to access the checkout flow. Consider a mini cart or add to cart pop-up or overlay. But if you're going to add such a feature, make sure you give your shoppers sufficient time to view and take action. Number 3 of 10, the price is right there. For web and mobile optimization, you must display the full or estimated prices at checkout. Nearly 1 in 4 customers abandon their cart when they can't see or calculate the total cost up front. You can go a long way towards establishing trust by being transparent about taxes, fees, and other costs during the checkout process. For example, merchants who charge shipping fees and don't highlight these to the customer before checkout will see a higher cart abandonment rate. Ideally, your customer should know the final price or at least a realistic shipping estimate when they pay for the product, but before they enter the checkout flow. If you're not doing it today, start clarifying your shipping information because shipping fees are always a sticking point with online shoppers. Number 4 of 10, field test your checkout. The average number of form fields during checkout is 14.88. Who knew there could be 8/10ths of a field? Anyway, a fully optimized checkout can be as short as 7 fields. And moving from 14 to 7 steps, that's a pretty big difference. And make it easy on your shoppers by reducing the number of fields to complete or by simply pre-filling fields to reduce the checkout steps. This type of form field reduction can be achieved by doing things like defaulting the billing address to be the same as the shipping address, or hiding billing address fields, collapsing secondary fields like address line 2 and company name behind text links. You can also auto-detect a user's city and region based on the postal code, or just ask for the full name instead of first, middle, and last. Number 5 of 10, focus on your flow. Only ask for information once and make sure your workflow keeps the experience moving forward. Making a customer go back, repeat a step, or enter the same information twice puts your conversion rate at risk. In fact, 26% of e-commerce sites ask for the same information multiple times in the checkout flow. There are easy fixes to this, such as pre-filling forms with previously entered information and collapsing shipping and billing addresses are another great example of this. One best practice is to link the payment method with the customer's identity. For example, if a customer has opted to log in with their Amazon details on your site, then Amazon Pay should be the default payment method alongside the cart to make checkout easy. Number 6 of 10, only the essentials. When asking for information during checkout, keep it simple and always provide context. While credit card data is sensitive, our research revealed several other types of information shoppers are also highly reluctant to hand out. In fact, it is striking how many shoppers would strongly consider abandoning their order if they're required to share their birth date, 35%. Another 15% don't want to share their phone number. Another 11% would prefer not to share their gender. So if you're going to ask for this information, make sure you explain why. And if you're asking for the birth date and the reason is you have a special birthday campaign, just tell the customer the reason and make it optional. This is one way to stand out because 46% of e-commerce sites ask for sensitive information without offering a reason. The good news is that customers don't need complex explanations. A simple one-liner will usually do the trick. For example, explaining phone numbers required for shipping related questions, and it will make a difference and possibly save your sale. Number 7 of 10, earn trust. The very public data breaches of recent years have caused a loss of trust for many online shoppers. And 19% of shoppers have abandoned at least one checkout because they didn't trust the site with their credit card information. That's approximately 1 in 5 people potentially moving on because they don't trust your checkout experience. The really interesting nuance in this stat is that most shoppers don't understand the technology behind encrypted forms, so they are influenced by how the form looks. Basically, are going with their gut. Does this look safe? So how do you know what looks safe? In testing, it's consistently observed that shoppers' perception is based on a visual evaluation of the credit card interface. One way to alleviate anxiety around security of the site is by making the credit card fields more visually robust. Credit card interfaces without any visual styling or security badges, such as in Mockup A, are perceived as less secure than those with visual encapsulation of the form fields like we see in Mockup B. So simply adding background colors, encapsulating those form fields, and adding your earned trust seals or security certificates can help reduce concerns over providing credit card information. Number 8 of 10, let shoppers channel surf. We all recognize customers expect a consistent experience across devices, but that doesn't mean every business is meeting these standards. The consequence is that 73% of people are likely to switch brands if the experience doesn't meet their expectations. One way to keep customers is by enabling them to start their shopping journey in one channel and complete it in another at a completely different time. Ideally, this means creating an experience where your customers can both change and complete orders as well as interact with your business at any time and across multiple devices. As we mentioned earlier, these shoppers typically have higher purchase rates and higher average order values. And voice can be a great way to meet your customers where they are, whether at home, in a car, or on their phone. As a merchant, you have a unique opportunity to leverage the growing number of voice-first devices being embraced by customers. Delight your customers by building a natural and engaging Alexa skill with Amazon Pay. Your skill can be as simple as check the status of my web order or add this to my wish list. It's a big time saver and truly addictive to just ask for what you want without the hassle of booting up a laptop or grabbing your phone. Now, let's turn our focus to mobile. There are literally endless best practices for building a mobile commerce experience, but we've got three to get you started. First, make sure you're using responsive design that adapts to any screen size, making buttons, navigation, and pinch and zoom features easy to use. Get rid of distractions and emphasize primary calls to action like add to cart and proceed to checkout. And make sign in and checkout easier with a reliable and convenient way to pay across all your devices and mediums. Number 9 of 10, there are more than two parties. The research is clear. International shoppers prefer a third-party payment method. There is a significant cohort of shoppers who rely on third-party payment methods. In fact, 8% of all shoppers have abandoned one or more orders in the past quarter, slowly due to a lack of payment option. And 83% of the top 60 grossing US and international e-commerce sites now offer at least one alternative payment as part of their checkout process. Research reveals that among the domestic shoppers who strongly prefer third-party payment methods, it's mostly due to a combination of two things. One, improved checkout experience, specifically less typing, and two, data security, not fully trusting the merchant site with their card data. International users, specifically any shopper from websites outside the native country, strongly prefer third-party payment methods because they want a solution they can fall back on if there are problems with their order, and they expect that third-party payment provider to help them out. What's more, even for shoppers who don't have a specific preference for a third-party payment option, it can sometimes prove useful. During testing, several of the shoppers that experienced credit card validation errors, which is up to about 4% of all users, ended up using a third-party payment as a fallback. Number 10 of 10, keep things buttoned up. Clear the way to the cart and ensure you have effective payment button positioning. For web and mobile experiences, your payment button is your path to conversion. So place the button or cart above the fold to simplify the checkout journey. The goal here is to reduce friction points and make it easier for your shoppers to cart items and check out with ease and speed, wherever the customer is on your website or your mobile app. Speaking of buttons, one final shameless plug for Amazon Pay. Amazon Pay can help keep shoppers on your site by reducing the number of checkout steps for the hundreds of millions of customers who choose to use their Amazon accounts. When customers see a payment option they know and trust, they are more likely to finish the transaction, and this can lead to higher conversions for your business. Today, we focus on optimization opportunities and ways to prevent customers from abandoning their shopping carts. Each of these has the potential to be a multiplier, driving more conversions through your site in 2019 and beyond. So if you're thinking about ways to improve how your customers check out in the coming months, these 10 tactics are the right place to start. So a little bit about next month. Next month, join us for a special segment on one of Amazon's guiding principles and what some consider Amazon's secret sauce as a company, customer obsession. We'll share practices and ideas to keep your customer top of mind at all times. We thank you for carving time out of your busy day for us, and we hope this session helps you to make checking out easier for your customers. Okay, that's a wrap, and it's time for questions. Please submit your queries using the chat window.
Okay, time for Q&A. This is Liz again. A lot of great questions coming in through the question box. Keep them coming. We're going to answer a couple that have come in most frequently. The first one is Amazon On Pay good for small businesses? We've also got Leah here to help answer these questions. So Leah, is Amazon Pay good for small businesses?
Yes, Amazon Pay is great for small business. It's actually great for businesses of
Okay, great. There's another question that's come in. Um, when paying with Amazon Pay, are customers paying with my credit card, or how are they able to pay?
Yeah, so when you pay with Amazon.
Okay, great. I think let's do one more question since we're almost at 20 past the hour. This has been a question that comes up pretty frequently. Where is Amazon Pay available?
Oh, yeah. So first of all, Amazon Pay is available in the US and also in major markets in Europe. And if you want to learn more about the merchants that actually accept Amazon Pay, you can go check out pay.amazon.com. We have a whole set of merchants listed on our featured merchant page, as well as profiles of our merchants on our blog. Hey everyone, it's Leah from Amazon Pay. I'm back here with Liz. We're really sorry we had a number of technical glitches on the original recording of the webinar, and I admitted on the Q&A I was muted. That's why you couldn't hear my answers. So we're doing a do-over, a rare thing in life. But we're going to take advantage of it. So I'm going to let Liz take it from here, and we're going to answer some questions.
Great. Thank you, Leah. So a lot of great questions came in during the webinar. One of the ones I was asked most frequently is Amazon Pay good for small businesses?
So in my view, Amazon Pay is the best for small businesses. It's an excellent way to create immediate trust with new customers. They can simply use checkout with the payment and address information already stored in their Amazon account, and you get instant trust and easy checkout.
Great. Here's another one that's come up a lot during this webinar, as well as the past webinar we did in February. It's related to global availability. Where is Amazon Pay available?
So you can use Amazon Pay at websites, thousands of websites all over the world, including the US, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, Spain, and other countries in Europe. In addition, what we can say is that millions of customers in over 170 countries have made purchases using their Amazon account with Amazon Pay. And if you want to learn more about which specific merchants accept Amazon Pay, just go to our website at pay.amazon.com and check out the featured merchant section where you'll find case studies and examples.
Okay, a lot of questions related to the customer experience with the Amazon Pay checkout. Leah, can you give some more insight on how the customer uses Amazon Pay?
Yeah, absolutely. So the customer experience with Amazon Pay is very straightforward and simple. The customer simply sees the Amazon Pay button at the checkout or on the product page of the website. They click on it, and then they're given the option to log into the Amazon account. Once they've logged into their Amazon account, they'll immediately see their address book and the payment options that they have stored in their Amazon account, and then they can simply move forward and pay that way. So it's not a different credit card or a new credit card. It's simply using the default payment methods and addresses that are already stored in your Amazon account.
Okay, perfect. One last question. Leah, can you give an example of brands that have been successful with commerce using Alexa?
Yes, specifically with Amazon Pay, the two companies that I'd like to point to are, first of all, Atom Tickets. They have a great skill with Alexa that allows you to purchase tickets through Alexa or through their app. And you can learn more about, we actually have a blog post about Atom Tickets profiling their founder story on the Amazon Pay website. And another great example is Parkwiz, which is one of our newer customers, and they have an app that helps you to find parking spaces. And you can also talk to Alexa about this and ask her for help with parking spaces with Parkwiz.
With that, that wraps up our Q&A. Thanks so much for joining. Look forward to seeing you in April when we talk about customer obsession.